Have you ever walked into a room smiling on the outside while carrying the weight of the world on the inside? Well, that was me heading to a Christmas party I was supposed to host. I was anxious, exhausted, and honestly, I was just done. But something happened in the 15-minute drive to the gathering that completely changed how I showed up. In this video, I'm going to share a simple, powerful prayer exercise that helped me release the invisible weight I was carrying. And maybe it can help you too. Well, let's take just a few minutes together to breathe, unpack our worries, and hand them over to the one who actually cares for us. So as I mentioned, many years ago, I was driving to a gathering at a friend's house. It was a ladies' Christmas party game night, and for us to get together, it was just a time to have some fun. So I should have been excited, but all I felt was anxiety. I was in a mood. My life felt heavy, and this was back, of course, in the days when my kids were really young and life was full and it was moving fast. And there really wasn't anything wrong. I just couldn't see out beyond my four walls. Well, unfortunately, I was leading the gathering that night. So how could I lead from a place of anxiety and a feeling of overload? I was supposed to be a part of an evening that invited joy and fun. But if my face looked anything like my feelings, I was in really big trouble. So, as any young mother driving a minivan knows, the best place to pray can be behind the wheel. So, I cried out to God and told him what he already knew. I was anxious and I wanted to get out from under the weight of it. And as I was praying while driving, an image popped into my head. I could see myself wearing a full and heavy backpack. And sticking out of the top of the pack was my own family, like a group of Barbie dolls, or in my case, of course, Ken dolls, since I have a husband and 3 sons. The meaning of the image, though, was swift and impactful. I was carrying everyone around with me, which is a common trait in women, especially mothers. But all of us do it. Kind of feels hardwired, but noticing the image of the backpack led me to realize that I had a choice. What was I going to do with the contents and my accompanying worries? So I imagined myself taking the backpack off. I couldn't simply take it off, set it down on the ground, and walk away. That felt a little weird to me. Where's the love in that? So instead, I decided to take out each member of my Kendall family, and one by one, I just handed them to Jesus. I didn't just drop and walk. I acknowledged that Jesus is the one who actually carries them. I don't have to carry people. As I handed over each family member, my load lightened, and what I saw in my mind was actually affecting my emotions and my soul. So here's the thing. We can care without carrying. Do you see the difference? Care, but not carry. So now, by the time I got to the party, I was a different person. I was able to enter the doorway with just me in tow and not the weight of the world. The peace that surpasses understanding was present. Now, the drive to that party was only about 15 minutes, which means you don't always need a lot of time to assess your situation. You can cry out and gain some new perspective in a very brief amount of time. Sometimes it can happen in even just a few minutes and even while driving. So what I wanted to do is, this was so many years ago, over the course of time, I've actually developed a practice, and I call it the practice of unpacking. It's kind of a beautiful prayer exercise, and I wanted to actually do it with you right now. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to leave you some space to pause and to pray. But if you need more time in the spaces, you can always just pause the video. And when you feel the need for more time, just take it. Pause, reflect, press play again, and we'll move on together. So let's try this on. If you're sitting or standing somewhere safe, not driving, of course, you can close your eyes, take a breath, and let's practice unpacking our worries. And we're going to start by remembering together 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7, which says, Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. If you were to picture a backpack on your shoulders right now, who or what would be in it? Maybe you have a family member who is suffering right now. Perhaps a friend of yours has just received devastating news. There may be a work deadline that is keeping you up at night. And then not to mention your own insecurities or fears. Well, whatever is on your heart, take a few minutes and let's prayerfully imagine this backpack is on our back. And it's just symbolizing the weight that we carry, that we're carrying people, we're carrying circumstances. So just notice the weight of the backpack on your shoulders. Notice what that feels like. Don't be in a rush. But take a moment to lift the backpack off your back, set it down in front of you in your lap. Metaphorically speaking, of course. And now look inside. What or who do you see? There may be a lot in there, I understand, but for now, simply choose one person or one situation. And whichever one you choose, just reach in, pull out the person or the situation, and then just hand them to Jesus, casting your cares on him because he cares for you. And give yourself a few seconds here. If you need more of a pause than this, go ahead and press pause. Come back when you're ready. Reach in, pull out the person or the situation, hand them over. And then when you're ready, if you want to, you can reach in and grab another circumstance or another relationship and hand them to Jesus. So again, take your time, pause if you need to, reach in and release your cares one more time. And then one more time. Let's just reach in. There may be more than this, or maybe you don't have three. Either way, if there is one more, reach in, pull out one of your cares, and hand it to Jesus. And then pause again as you need to. So I'm wondering, as you're doing this, how do you think Jesus might be responding to you as you hand him your cares? We've read about Jesus in the Bible, how he comes alongside the hurting, the broken, the wounded. Jesus always comes alongside with great grace and great ability. How might Jesus respond to you? And then how do you feel as you release all of these people and circumstances into his care? Take note of that as well. And again, feel free to pause. You might even want to be journaling some of your responses to this. You may have more in your pack. A lot of us have a lot of things going on these days. But again, come back to this, review the questions. You can take some time later to continue this practice and use it daily if it helps. So now, take a moment before we wrap this up and just thank Jesus for taking your cares and carrying them for you. Notice if you feel any sense of relief or freedom. It may not have solved everything, but again, this practice is just great for the middle of the day when you have a couple of minutes and you realize that you're carrying things. You can set things down for a moment, gain some perspective, gain some freedom, and then keep moving through your day. So feel free to use this as you can. A couple of reflection questions that might help once you've made your way through the whole practice is, what did you feel and think during the exercise? It's always good to just notice what happened, what fruit came of it. Also, you might want to just ask yourself how you might use this exercise again sometime, maybe once a day, once a week, just to unpack the burdens that you're carrying. Just wanted to remind you, you don't have to remain at the mercy of your unaddressed worries. You can notice them, release them, and enjoy the freedom that follows. So, I hope you'll find some freedom today And thanks for trying on this practice with me. Don't forget to subscribe, as always. That helps us help others. So, blessings to you as you make your way. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this, and click the notification bell so you'll know when we drop any new content. I love connecting with intentional people just like you.